Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to try to finish this series out. We're going to try to finish this speed AB, guys. We've already done combat, we've already done blast with mixed success, so I'm really excited to do this one for you guys today. I do want to say at the onset, this is probably the most difficult one for me. I know that might be strange to hear because I have tier 2 Ant-Man, but I still find this one difficult. The last time I cleared this one on perfect and got a max score, I had to reset like a dozen times. So I would argue that this one is probably one of the more difficult ones. It's very technically demanding, and you need to be very quick and very precise with your timing of your moves in order to be successful all the way through. Nevertheless, here we go. So there are lots of teams that you can use for speed AB. There are lots of characters who are good in a certain sense. The problem is that none of these characters have native healing, so that you will be punished if you don't make the right moves consistently, or you'll be punished if you make mistakes at all throughout. So the team I'm going with is Elsa lead for the physical damage boost. I find that I make mistakes. I'm the kind of player who doesn't play perfectly, so having Elsa as my lead shortens the amount of time that I'm playing this mode in general, because my Sharon or my Agent 13 for the umpteenth time and my Ant-Man will do more damage when they're using their moves, and that will hopefully help me clear this level faster overall. Other teams or other great heroes for this mode include, of course, Yondu with his invulnerability on his 5 or 6 star skill, Silk, who has the shield on her 3-star skill, Black Widow, who has invincibility frames on her 6-star skill and has a very massive AoE with her 6-star skill. That's a fun one to do, but I just personally can't get it to work consistently because I always get hit when she comes out of the attack. And then, once you get up to about 100,000, I can score close to 100,000 with a lot of these teams that I'm mentioning. But if you're going for that perfect score, of course, because I'm a tryhard, then you have to get a higher score than that, obviously. So that's what we're going to try to do here today. I really don't want to reset this, so I'm going to try my best to get it in one shot. But I do think that the two most popular characters for this mode are probably Agent 13 and Ant-Man. Maybe Black Widow's more popular than Ant-Man because more people have Black Widow built up. But those are the popular speed characters. There are, of course, other speed characters you can use, but none of them come to mind as really good for this mode. Maybe if they were tier 2, there are some that I'm missing. Maybe tier 2 Winter Soldier or something, but I have no experience with that. I've never seen a video, I've never read a guide about it, so I can't speak on that personally. So we're gonna switch very soon over to Agent 13. Her and Ant-Man do the bulk of the damage and the bulk of the strategy for this mode. They do it in kind of different ways, but they're both kind of slow at it. Like, Elsa clears this stuff a lot faster because her 6-star damage is just a massive nuke. The problem with Elsa is she just doesn't have it in her to dodge the meteors that come down. Those meteors are hot enough to melt steel beams, guys. So you gotta definitely dodge them every single time, or you're gonna be in for a world of hurt, and you're not gonna have much fun with this game mode at all. So I think now's about the time to switch. Sure. And basically the strategy with Agent 13 is pretty straightforward. You tap the 5-star skill, but then you immediately tap another skill like that, and then you do it again, and you just chain different attacks like that. But honestly, guys, I don't have success the way that other people do using like lots of different skills. So I actually just do the 5-star skill into the 6-star skill, and then I switch to Ant-Man. Maybe I'm a pussy, but I honestly cannot get that to work. I have no idea why my Ant-Man didn't trigger his 6-star or his 4-star skill. What the fuck is going on? Why the hell can't he go into his... What, that took forever. That was insane. That was like 100 hits. Wow, new world record. Least lucky Ant-Man. Should go into the Olympics. That's brutal. That was insane. I thought it was on cooldown. It was taking so long. So, as you guys can see, Ant-Man doesn't do a lot of damage. It's just that he's invincible right now. So it's very preferable. I'm going to try to do a little bit more here. Obviously, as you guys saw, my Sharon Carter or my Agent 13 got healed. She has Stark backing. I probably would prefer I Am Also Groot, but I don't have the time to re-roll. But yeah, with Agent 13, I basically just do 5-star to 6-star, and then that's it. I don't want the 5-star to be off cooldown, so I don't really use it because I need it in case she gets hit or in case I get run into a corner. Sometimes, let's see, sometimes I come out of the attack and she doesn't have her shield up, and I get hit with a bunch of meteorites in the face. So it's really not good. Even with my, you know, superior recording device or playing device, I'm still encountering a little bit of lag, which makes it a little bit difficult sometimes to get out of the way of the meteors. I honestly don't understand, or I'm honestly very impressed by people who get, you know, a perfect score and never get hit by the meteors in the 15 minutes that they play this game mode for. In the 15 minutes that they play this game mode for. It's really unbelievable. It's cool, it's great, but it's just, I don't get it. So, like, when I play this on my phone, guys, I could not get a perfect score. Ever. My phone would just, like, be on the verge of killing itself every single time. So here we're just going to do 5 into 6. We're going to hopefully kill a lot of baddies. Yes, I call them baddies. No, don't get hit by the meteorites. One suggestion for not getting hit by the meteorites that I've seen, and probably the one that I like the most, is to not run a lot. Now, that might seem counterintuitive, but the more you run, the more kind of, I guess, random or anticipatory the meteors get. I don't know if there's logic behind that or if there's like sound evidence, but doing just little bursts of speed seem to make it a little bit easier to anticipate the meteors when they're dropping. So if you're having trouble with that, try it out, guys. And so just like little running like this, where you're not like booking it across the map, and hugging the corners as well is easier because there's just less surface area for meteors to fall, and there's less overlap, if you guys know what I mean. So I'm gonna switch again. There's a lot of switching. I'm just not a very good player. I make mistakes, and at times I panic when I see the meteors and I run into them. You know, this is basically like idiot plays, you know, for this game. But I can definitely, I haven't done it too many times, but I can definitely get perfect on this game mode with my advanced, you know, my advanced idiot tactics. So take what you can from them. And sometimes, or most of the time, I really like to reposition Agent 13 so she's like that with the meteors. I like to reposition her so she's looking at the middle of the group to try to center that 6-star attack. For those of you who don't know, her 6-star attack has a chain hit damage increase on it. Chain hit damage increase means that it does more damage the more enemies it hits. So it's got kind of an AoE multiplier. I need to switch because I don't want her to take any damage. I don't really care if Elsa dies. Obviously, I don't want her to die because she allows me another switch. But if she dies, she dies. If he cries, he cries. Another thing to note, guys, is that when your character comes in to the, like when your character switches in, they switch in and they have that bubble around them that gives them invulnerability for a couple of seconds, which is something that I use frequently to get a character out of a tight situation. But it's also something that you can use that hits the enemies that you can use to trigger a character's abilities. So in Ant-Man's case, his passive ability, his 4-star ability, is one that is triggered when he hits. And it's the one that his tier 2 ability works off of. So Ant-Man's tier 2 ability works off of when he hits the enemy, there's a chance that he will activate the, like, I don't know, Ant-Man Pym particle shit, and you know, science, wizardry, that kind of stuff. And then it will, for tier 2, it will give him that 20 seconds of invulnerability, basically, with the 89% guaranteed dodge. You can trigger that if you're just standing in a group of mobs and you switch into Ant-Man. Obviously, it's not preferable, because if it doesn't trigger, you're in for a lot of pain, because you're gonna get hit by these mobs eventually. But oh boy, this is bad. But if it does get triggered, which judging by the number of mobs around at any given time in the latter stages of this, it usually works. If I wasn't talking to you guys right now, I would probably do it. I'm gonna try to do it for you guys on this last stage when there aren't as many mobs and I've kind of locked up this perfect run. But I really want to get this for you guys on the first try with my hoarse-ass voice. So I'm not going to take too many risks right now. So the strategy is pretty simple, guys. Oh, I lost Elsa. I didn't even realize that. As you guys can see, Ant-Man and Agent 13 are doing the bulk of the damage. And as you guys can see, doing these little runs helps a lot to anticipate the meteors, and also to minimize the number of meteors that you're going to see when you're running around. You don't want to run through the center of the arena, because you're probably going to gather a lot more meteors in your wake, and then that's going to increase the chances of you getting hit by a meteor. And that's really what is going to make or break this run. You know, you can have really good gameplay, but if you get unlucky and you get clusters of meteors that are impossible to dodge or extremely hard to dodge, and you don't get very lucky, your phone lags at the wrong moment, whatever, you can kiss that run goodbye. These meteors are hot enough to melt steel beams, and they hit as hard as Thanos' blue balls. So yeah, like 4,000 damage a pop. Yeah, they're really, really bad. I mean, I could still lose before I get a perfect score here. I would not reset, because 150 is pretty dang close. But here you guys can see basically the strategy that I'm employing is the most successful one I've had, and I've tried a lot of different ones. I've tried using Silk with Ant-Man and using Silk's 3-star skill just to buy Ant-Man time between his tier 2 passive triggers. But I've seen a lot of videos about this, guys, so I know that it is technically possible to beat this stage without any tier 2s. I will say I think it's very difficult to do. I don't think that it can be understated. I mean, I could still lose, as you guys can see, and I have a tier 2. So, you know, it's not something to be upset about, or it's not something to be frustrated with if you are having trouble still beating this level. The reason why I think speed is the most difficult of all of them to beat is because see guys, couldn't even do it. Damn it, Clarice. Anyways, like I was saying, the reason why I think tier 2, or not tier 2, speed AB is the most difficult AB to get a perfect score on is because speed characters have the lowest damage of all of the 4 different types, and they tend to be the squishiest. They tend to have the highest dodge, but that really doesn't matter when you have 3 or 4 meteors hitting you at any one time, unless you have Ant-Man's dodge rate, or someone like tier 2 Black Widow or tier 2 Spider-Man. Any tier 1 characters just can't have enough native dodge to really make a difference that's going to protect them in the Speed Alliance battle. And that's why I think speed is the hardest one. But fortunately, the community has released a lot of videos about speed AB. I've seen more of them than of any other AB. So hopefully my video will help you guys as well. Hopefully other stuff will help you guys, and I hope to see you guys getting higher scores, because that's the whole point of these videos, guys, to help you out and make you better. So of course, if you like what you see, I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care.